How's it going, people? It's your boy Perfection. Okay, this is going to be an important video. It kind of relates to the previous one because you watched the previous one, um, Black British men, and this one kind of continues on from that video. Now, there's a lot of guys out there, and I've come across them like black gurus. One of them is what they say in America. Is it a Kumbo? Kumbo. Basically, he's the guy's a coon. His name is Jessie something, and people would have heard of him, Jessie Mullet or Jessie Smollett. And one thing he's always preaching to people is that stay away from women with children. That's what he's always said. Okay, Jesse's one of those guys that he's very much against his own people, and that's why I use the word coon. It says, I'm not going to go into even some of the things he says. All you need to know is that he's not the most nicest guy. But every now and then, because I used to watch people like debating against him and just kind of just breaking him down, basically breaking him down and just making him look stupid. And but every now and then he would actually say something that kind of stands out. However, I disagree strongly when he turns around and he says, right, men need to stay away from women with children. Okay, and that's what this video is about, because sometimes there's women out there with 3 or 4 kids or this or that, and sometimes it may even be by more than one dad or whatever. Does that necessarily mean that these women are are promiscuous? Does it mean that there's all kinds of terms these days, derogatory terms? I try to stay away from it and all of that. But does it mean that a woman is a HO because she does those things? Is she seeing me? Is she seeing you for a punk? Is she trying to get you to pay for her kids and all of this kind of stuff? She's trying to get you to pay for her mistakes, and does she think you're an idiot and all of these kind of negative vibes? So what we're going to do is we're going to get on that today, and we're going to kind of we're going to discuss these things in detail. But before we do, we're going to clear up a few things from the last video, because this is important. Right, so when I said in the very beginning of the video, I don't feel sorry for women that have chosen the wrong men. I've said this previously in another video, that there are exceptions to the rule. There are exceptions. There are women, for example, that may that may have been like 16, 15, 16, and some guys approached them, maybe at school, maybe after school, could even been in college. Some players approached them and basically taking advantage of their immaturity. Okay, and I want to clarify this now, because some people may say, oh yeah, but look, didn't you say in your R. Kelly one that you don't feel sorry for these girls and all of that? What I said in my R. Kelly one was, if I've told my 14-year-old daughter, stay away from that guy down the road, he's a paedophile, and my 14-year-old daughter then goes out of her way to talk to this guy and this and that, and this guy does something to her, I'm going to be equally pissed off with her as I am with him. So I'm trying to say, it's not going to be, oh, he's a grown man, he should have known all of that. No, I told my daughter. Why didn't she listen to me? I have a strong issue with that. What we're talking about now is different. What I'm saying to you is that I feel sorry for certain women that say 15, 16 that are really shy, and some predator has approached them. Okay, maybe they're really attractive and this and that. They don't have strong family supporting them or protecting them, and this guy maybe he's even the same age. It could be 16 and 16, and he's gotten them pregnant at a young age, and he's a bum. Let's face it, he's a bum. Okay, and he's got them pregnant, and then maybe he's got another girl pregnant, and these are young girls. They're not mentally strong enough or mentally mature enough to kind of see these guys for what they are. And then funny enough, it's those kind of women that then tend to get into their 20s and have bitterness towards men. But I still feel sorry for them anyway. So there is an exception to the rule. And then obviously there's some women that it could have happened later. Then it could have happened when they're 19. And maybe the guy is in his 30s or his 40s, and he's come along and he's already got 2 or 3, 4 baby mothers, and he's taking advantage of this girl, and then that's 19, maybe showered her with gifts or whatever, and he's got her pregnant, and then again she's left with 2 kids or 3 kids or whatever it is, while he's got 3 or 4 baby mothers. And these kind of women you do have to feel sorry for, okay? They're a lot different than women that are kind of bitchy, kind of arrogant, kind of, you know, strong. You know, they're quite strong. No one's going to bully them or this or that. And they've chosen to have children with, you know, this guy. And then this is what I need to get onto. This is what I need to get onto. This is good how I've worded it, actually, and how it's kind of put into place. Bitchy type of women, I don't feel sorry for them at all. These are the women I'm talking about when I say I don't feel sorry. Was my mum one of them? No, but my mum did go out. When I was describing about the R. Kelly situation, I felt that my mum went out and looked for a guy, in my eyes, that was slightly, you know, although she says to me, listen, Luke, he was a different way. So maybe my mum could be both. She could be one or the other. She could be the innocent girl that was duped into it, or she can be the ignorant girl that refused to listen. But if she's the ignorant, I have no pity for her whatsoever. I can tell you that straight. Okay. Right. Another thing I want to say is that in my previous video, I'm talking about, you know, I don't feel sorry for these women because they chose the wrong man. They chose the wrong man. They chose the wrong man. Wait. Hold up. There's some evil women out there. So when I'm kind of dogging my brothers and making out like, you know, women, that men are the ones that are kind of, you know, bad people and this and that, and women are perfect and all of that. No. And I did mention that in the previous video. I did mention that there's certain women that can manipulate men, that are quite evil, that can manipulate men and this and that. But all I want to say, to clarify, just to balance it out, so it's even here, is that there are women out there that when you first get with them are the nicest people you can ever imagine on this planet, and some of them will try, but they got hidden agendas, or maybe they're holding back on certain things. You know, maybe the hidden agenda is to get you pregnant. Is to get pregnant from you, so that maybe they feel that you'll stay with them whilst you're pregnant. Maybe it might be a case where it's for your money. They try and get you pregnant so that they can take money. Whatever it is. There's certain women with hidden agenda. Maybe there's some women out there just nasty pieces of work, really. And in the beginning, for the first honeymoon period, they pretend like they're really nice and sweet and everything else. And then maybe once they get pregnant, once there's some reason that causes you two to be together, so it could be moving in with them or something like that, you then suddenly see a different, like their personality does a whole 360, you know. And you get to see the real them, you know, the real true colors. And this kind of ties into this video, why certain women may be alone with kids, you know. And these are the women I was talking about that I don't have respect for. Is that me personally, if I have this nice woman that was nice for say 4 or 5 months, maybe even a year, and then all of a sudden, a marriage is another one where they change. They say some women change due to marriage. Maybe I've suddenly married this woman now. Maybe you know, couple months after the marriage, although it doesn't necessarily have to be in that order, but you know, marriage, pregnancy, whatever, she suddenly changes. There's no reason on this earth, on God's green earth, that I'm going to stay in a relationship with someone like that. You know, I'm not one of those guys. And that's my favourite saying. I'm not one of those guys. I wish I could title that this video, I'm not one of those guys, but it'd be misleading, okay? Because this is actually a positive video. It's not a negative one. But what I'm here to say is that there's women out there that are just equally, when I'm saying in my previous video, oh, you know, she chose the wrong man, that women are perfect. They're not. There's some women out there where, you know, there's no reason on God's green earth that I would stay with them if I found out that they were bad people. You know, even if I did have a child with them, or 2 children with them, 3 children. Because here's the biggest problem is that, yeah, the Bible says through thick and thin, you stay with them and this and that and blah, blah, blah. But you got to see the flip side of that. And the flip side is that if I'm with a woman that I can't stand, and a beautiful movie is the movie Ben Affleck and Tyler Perry, Girl Gone. Is it Girl Gone? Girl Gone. Watch the movie Girl Gone. Watch the movie Girl Gone. There's only one out of 100 men that would stay with a woman that was purely evil, especially out of kids. There's only 1 out of 100 men. And the reason why is because you've got to understand that your children are raised in an environment of pure kind of hatred or pure kind of negative vibes, so my children is raised around almost like fake love kind of thing, and children can pick up on these auras, they can pick up on the moods, mojos, whichever word you want to use to describe it, they can pick up on these things. And I don't want to be abusing my my woman in front of my child. I don't want her insulting me every day when I get back from work, and then one day I suddenly start, saying, all right, let's do this, let's play this game, and I start insulting her, and it becomes like the movie War of the Roses, but our children are in the midst of that kind of thing, and they have to see that kind of thing. I personally couldn't do it. Now there's certain guys out there that can say, and I think this is what I mentioned in the interracial video that I done, is that this is why you get men that when they finish work they stay behind for a beer. They don't want to go home. They do their best to avoid their women, because when they go home, that woman that they can't really stand is there, and it's a struggle for them to go home and associate, be in the same room as that person. So they try to prolong it by going down the pub and drinking this and that, and then when they get back they may only have an hour interaction with their woman or whatever until they wake up the next day and go out again. That's their way of dealing with it. Me personally, we all deserve to be happy in this world. All of us deserve to be happy. It's not fair, especially if you're a good man. If you're not one, then yeah, you deserve, maybe this is karma, maybe, and I'll get into that in another video. Maybe you deserve all of this, and you deserve a woman that's gonna kind of cause you to have a nervous breakdown and just rip you from the inside out. You deserve that. But if you're a decent man, you don't deserve it. And it's not fair that your child gets to see these kind of things, see bullying and all of that. If it's you, whether it's you bullying her, whether it's you not even defending yourself, and your child has to watch that, and the child grows up and says, for 15 years I watched my mum bully my dad and all that kind of, I don't want to go down that road, to be honest with you. I think, me personally, I'd rather just kind of you obviously, the way the world works today, the Western world, I said already that women are self-entitled, self-righteous and everything else, and the system is more towards them, regardless of if they're black or white. So they may end up having the children, but I will do my best from afar. I will come around each weekend or do my best to be there for my child on the outside. And sometimes it's not always possible. There's a lot of guys that are saying, oh, he's a wockless father, or another word is he's a lazy father, he's a incompetent father because he's never seen his child or this or that. Sometimes women will pick up your child and they'll disappear to another country, they'll disappear to another part of the UK, so it's really complicated for you to see your child and things like that. So it's not every father that isn't there for his child that's a bad father. Sometimes women can make it really hard and really complicated. Sometimes they can take on boyfriends that will cause a hell of a lot of drama, like you're going around the house and you're almost kind of fighting her. It's tough. I know there's guys out there that say through thick and thin. I've met women as well that say through thick and thin, I'm still going to be there for my child and this and that. I think where the system is always for you, again, you're kind of talking out of ignorance, because it's not a situation you'll ever be in anyway. The system is for you. So when you're saying, if I was a man, listen, I don't need to hear you if I was a man. You're not a man, okay? That's another video. And believe me, I will do that video. When women are talking about if I was a man, let's not go down that road. Don't let me have to tell you about the difference between a man and a woman, because I've seemed to come across a few women that just don't understand that, and that's shocking to me. I don't think I'd want to be with a woman that didn't understand that. I understand my role as a man, women understand their role as a women, but we're not the same. What life offers you and what life offers us are not the same thing, okay? Now that we've got all of this stuff out the way, I'm just going to end it basically to let you know that, look, there are exceptions to the rule. when I said to you in the beginning of the previous video, I don't care for women because they've chosen the wrong man. There are certain women out there that kind of got tricked when they were young, or this or that. Or there's even women in their 20s and 30s that were really nice as well that got duped. Because I was watching a program where this Australian woman got duped by this guy in Africa, and for me to say, I don't give a damn about her because she was dumb enough to fall for this African guy or whatever, Jamaican guy, could be any guy, right? It makes no difference. Is wrong. It's wrong on my part, because there are certain women out there where they're just naive and they just haven't been exposed to people like that, and the years have gone by and then suddenly that guy's came into their life. The devil's been waiting, and now the devil's at their doorstep, and it's packaged so well. It's packaged these guys, or they look so they come across as so innocent, so much game, and they always say the nicest things. And these women, that saying, if it's too good to be true, it is. These women obviously were never taught that as a child, and it's overwhelming. It's in comparison to real men, where they may have issues, arguments like normal people do. They never seem to have an argument with something like this. It's superficial charm, and of a son, they're having maybe 2 or 3 kids, and they come to find out that he's married to 2 other women, and he's got God knows how many kids out there. I do feel sorry for those women, so I just want to put that out there. Right, now that we've got this out of the way, we can get into the start of this video. The start of this video, basically saying to guys that there are exceptions out there where it is okay to take on another man's kids. Okay, alright, I'll see you in part 2. Peace.